unofficial mascot of this Bronco basketball team. That is Stella, the dog that belongs to Leon Rice. Always at shoot-around, always at practice, and in cardboard here tonight. And tonight, Stella's master is going to have to do some Xing and O'ing because Boise State is down by 7. And here's what he's got to deal with. Letting Keita go for 32 and not doubling him in game 1 worked quite well because they defended the guards and nobody else really scored. Yes. That's not happening tonight, White King. So where's the adjustment?
Well, you gotta pick one or the other. And I would say that, you know, the way that he's scoring 7 for 10 from the field and he's making it look so easy. First of all, his bigs have to do a great job of just making him catch it off the block, not so deep. And then I would say that they need to go double him.
And of course, Craig Smith and Utah State, they lost on Wednesday. But if they win this game, this is a quad 1 win if you're on the road and you're Utah State. And certainly that looks great on a resume headed towards March. First possession, Utah State. Brock Miller looking for Keita against Armish. Kick, Ashworth, 3, no. And Armish, who's had a really solid night, has rebound number 6. Alston's not shot it well. He's 3 from 11 from the field.
Yeah, but like I said before, Rich, he could get hot right away.
Key jam.
And they need Key-Jab to get going. Right now they're relying on Alston to try to knock down shots, and no one else is really scoring. And so they need someone else to step up and help Derek Alston in the scoring.
Ashworth knows that if he just gets it up there, Keita will clean it up. And he did. He gets a rebound and a bucket there, and he's approaching a double-double. 16 points, 7 rebounds. Alston around a screen. Armish, surprised by the pass, stumbles into the block. And Utah State with the ball in a 7-point lead. Again, Raleigh Wooster, freshman point guard, out. His foot's in a boot. Ashworth's been running the team and doing quite well. Anthony gets to the rim. Keita, tip.
You would think that after his 3rd offensive rebound that someone would put a body, would go out of their way to find him and put a body and not let him get a putback so easily.
The lead stretches to 9. Key-Jab gets in and scores. Transition. Anthony. Yes. He has 7. Back to a 9-point lead. Key-Jab cut off, falling away. Buckets. 9 for Abu Key-Jab.
That's a really good pull-up by Key-Jab. You see him being a lot more aggressive offensively.
Keita, 9 of 12, 18 points at the rim.
Right here you see Ashworth get to the rim, and nobody puts a body on the biggest and most athletic guy in the gym. He gets the offensive rebound and put back, and then again, nobody should have been blocked out by Derek Alston. And then you see Key-Jab with a nice step back.
Goaltending call. That bucket counted. It's 45-36. Pick and roll. Armish dropped it. Alston steps back. Ball fake. 3 on the way. Got it. Boy, is that pretty.
You just see how smooth he is. Gathered himself, lined it up, and knocked it down.
Miller around the screen. Broncos have defended the 3 quite well in this series. Double comes. Keita, that's a palm and a turnover.
Right here on the kick out, you see the ball fake. He did a great job of selling it. And then you see the bench react to their best player knock one down.
With COVID protocols, there's a lot more room to celebrate on benches. You can be a lot more creative.
Been seeing that a lot.
Armish against Keita. Going at him. Left hand hook. That's nice. Boy, this big guy, again, he's not spectacular, but he's really, really solid.
He's gotten so much better from the start of the season, especially from an offensive standpoint.
Keita for Miller off a screen. That's a moving screen. You can do the dribble handoff, but you can't turn in.
Okay, he takes his time. Armish does a great job. Bodies, freezes the defender. And then that left-hand jump hook, that's tough. That's a tough shot. You have to have a tremendous amount of touch to get that shot off over the 7-footer.
That foul on Keita is his first personal. And that's a carry.
And so we talked about it, Rich, and what you're starting to see now is when Keita puts the ball on the floor for his first dribble, they're sending that double team now. So they've made that adjustment at half to go double him after he puts the ball on the floor for the first dribble.
Ashworth. Ashworth. Miller. And here comes Boise State. Alston is good in transition. It's a 4-point game. Shaver probes. Oh, nice look. He finds Kijab, who's having a terrific second half.
He's really come out being super aggressive to score, giving them a lift.
There's about 900 fans in here. The Boise State band, cheerleaders as well. Ashworth crossing over, lobbing for Keita. There's the catch. And he lost it. Armish. Alston steps through, scores! And Keita was there. 45 apiece. Timeout, Utah State. Big lead, gone. Derek Alston Jr. We've been selling Keita and Alston all night, and here they come right at you.
Yeah, you see Derek Alston Jr. attack the rim. He doesn't care that the big fella's there. He knows he can get that off with a sweet finger roll at the rim. We're all tied up at 45.
And here's what's at stake here. The resume, the NCAA tournament resume for Utah State. They are the first team out, according to Mike DeCourcy. But obviously they win this game, they're probably going to be either in or the first 4 in. And they've had a nice run, certainly. Their net ranking is at 55. And Boise State and Leon Rice, who are at 17 and 4. You know, the thing about Boise State, they lost, and Utah State as well, they lost a lot of opportunities in the non-conference to, you know, build their resume with non-conference opponents. Boise State did get a nice win, a road win at BYU. And their record, their net ranking right now is at 37 and an 8 seed, according to Mike DeCourcy and his NCAA tournament model. He's also got San Diego State in, and just on the outside, Utah State and Colorado State. Or excuse me, he's got San Diego State and Boise State in. Utah State and Colorado State just outside. But a lot of other models have 3, some have 4 Mountain West teams in the tournament.
Yeah, this will be a tremendous win for Utah State. Especially considering no one has come in this building this season and won a game. They're 10-0 at home.
It's a timeout on the floor right now. Armish has picked up foul number 3. And so 45-45, Utah State, Boise State. Leon Rice not real happy. Fresh off the laptop this Friday, Mike DeCourcy's tournament brackets. Boise State an 8 seed, San Diego State a 9 seed. And the first 4 out has got Colorado State and Utah State out, which tells you if Utah State wins this game, they're probably back in. And you've got Colorado State real close as well. The 4 teams on top of the Mountain West are really, really good. And I'll tell you a team that's going to be trouble at the tournament in Las Vegas is Nevada. They are a handful, and they are getting better, it seems like, with every week.
Yeah, I mean, you look at the conference standings. The teams that are at the top. You know, San Diego State's a mainstay in the NCAA tournament. Boise's obviously very talented, as well as Utah State. And so it's anybody's. I mean, it could go either way when it's all said and done.
Mladen Armish picked up his 3rd personal foul, and so now the spotlight is on Lucas Milner, and he's going to try to slow down Neemias Queta, who's got 18 points and 9 rebounds.
Milner's done a really good job in the last 2 games in helping them.
That's a 5-second call and a turnover, 45 apiece. Utah State, Boise State, and a lot of basketball left here tonight.
Yeah, that's great. When you got a guy with 6'9" with tremendous wingspan on the ball, it really helps from a defensive standpoint against OBs.
A little zone look by Utah State. Kijab's had a real nice second half, and falling away, he bangs one home. Boise State has a 2-point lead.
Kijab's really brought it in the second half. That's 10 points for him in the second half alone.
13 on the night. Alston's got 14 for Boise State. No other Aggie is in double figures after Queta's 18, but a lot of balanced scoring. Ashworth has had a good night assist-wise. Anderson clears some space, missed the shot, and a foul on Queta.
Milner does a great job. We talked about it before. He does a great job of blocking out. And right here, you see Kijab going to work in the second half. They really needed someone else to step up, and he's answered the call.
He's brought versatility and energy to Leon Rice's squad. Ray J. Dennis feeds Kijab. Alston. Good rotation. Dennis takes the 3 and hits it. How about Ray J. Dennis? 2 big threes at the end of Wednesday's game. He was in a 3-for-21 slump, and he's hit 2 threes here, and that's a big one. Queta backing in on Milner. Kicks. Ashworth 3. Got it.
And that's where it's tough right there. Ray J. Dennis went to double the post after Queta put it on the floor one time. He couldn't get back. It should have been a rotation from another player to defend Ashworth for the 3.
This is Dennis. Handoff Kijab. Milner rolled. Queta poked it loose. And a chance to tie or take the lead. Anthony driving. Anthony just gets it off the rim, and he'll get 2 free throws. That fouls on Alston. This is Dennis from the corner.
You see the bench getting excited for that Dennis knocking down that 3.
And that was his finish in the final 3.5 minutes against Utah State. And of course, Dennis last night, along with Shaver and Rice, all hit big shots down the stretch on Wednesday to get the win. Bean is back in. Anthony gets another free throw, and he can tie the game. Bean, offensive rebound, and a foul.
Coach Rice is not going to be happy about that call. Not to mention, you never want to give up an offensive rebound after a free throw.
Well, very few teams in the Mountain West get more offensive rebounds than Utah State. They have 10 of them already, and Bean is like Exhibit A in perseverance and hustle when it comes to offensive rebounding. There are coaches around the Mountain West, when they're trying to get their players to rebound, that will just pull out a video, and it's all Bean. And it's, look at, this is how you do it.
Well, you're talking about a young man that averaged a double-double last year. So he just has a nose for the ball. That's what that is.
Breaks the tie, 51-50. Dennis, such an inspirational story himself. Lucas Milner's played well tonight. He was open for a brief moment. Shaver drives. Queta now with a double-double. With that rebound, he's at 18 and 10. Miller finds Queta. Jumper on the way. Yes. He's starting to get that mid-range game, which is scary.
Yeah, when he starts to hit shots like that, it's almost unfair.
Utah State after a 9-0 run by Boise State on an 8-0 run here. Keita got a hand on that, and another turnover. Ashworth a three. Dennis pushes. Ray J. Dennis floats it. Ray J. Dennis. He was born with a club foot. Didn't walk until he was almost 3. Doctor said, yeah, told the parents, yeah, I think he'll be able to walk. And the parents said he's going to do more than walk. And here he is playing point guard in the Mountain West. That's a foul and a bucket. Keita from the wing. Neemias Queta stretches the lead, gets a free throw when we return. Millions of kids nationwide are without their normal access to sports and play due to COVID-19, and that's why Fox Sports and Good Sports are restoring play for kids and the programs that serve them through donations of brand new sports equipment. Text PLAY to the number on your screen and help keep these kids in the game. This has actually been an ongoing game throughout the night. These two in their Bronco outfits.
Yeah, both teams are really competing. You're looking at Keita with 11 minutes and 37 seconds left in this game. He looks like he's on his way to a new career high.
Missed the free throw. Last touched by Utah State. Again, Utah State, Boise State are NCAA tournament caliber teams. And they meet for the second time in 48 hours. Boise State won on Wednesday night. The back-to-back schedule can be tough on coaches and on teams. Sweeping is really hard in this format. Here's Ashworth up ahead. A lot of coaches in the conference have said it's kind of like the old five-game series in the NBA. Not a lot of time between games.
Well, the advantage is that you know who you're going to play, so the prep is all the same for the weekend.
Max Rice, 55-55.
And we talked about it, Rich. He makes big plays when he comes off that bench.
Keita throws it away. Acott fouled. Bean with the reach. It's going to be the third on Bean.
See Dutrieve, and you see Acott make the extra pass, and that's what makes Boise State really good, is that they're a very unselfish basketball team. You see Acott, he could have taken that shot. He made the extra pass for Rice, wide open for 3.
Max Rice, 5 points, hit a big 3 on Wednesday. Boise State's hit 10 of their last 11 from the field. Key jab against Ashworth. Here comes Keita, and he got Keita in the air, and it'll be his foul. It'll be his third, and there's 10:19 left in this ball game.
And right there for Key jab, that's just a veteran play. Once he saw Key jab leave, he saw Keita leave his feet, he knew he could get some body and draw that foul. Big time play.
Kijab, born in the Sudan, moved to Canada when he was 9. Prep school in Napa, St. Catharines, Ontario, and then went to Oregon and is transferred here to Boise State.
And he's done a really good job here at Boise. He's the glue guy. He's the guy that does a little bit of everything on both ends on the floor for them.
Both Bean and Keita now with 3 fouls. Boise State up 2. Keita from Bean. He's fouled. Kijab got him. Fifth foul on Boise State. Shulga's open, and he missed it. Look at Bean. Look at Bean. That guy lives for offensive rebounds. Dutrieve. Milner sets a screen. That's a moving screen. You talk about fast twitch muscles. Watch the reactions of Bean.
Yeah, he jumped on one side. He came from one side of the lane to the other to go get that rebound, and that was an amazing play.
He's a guy that's becoming much more skilled as his college career evolves. As a junior this year. Keita. He's got 22. Keita, he's got 24. And he's 12 of 17 from the field.
Yeah, you saw the defense look to
Rice.
Big.
Two-point game. Bean driving. Bean jumping. Keita rebounding. 11 for Keita. Keita. Nice pass. Bean denied. Dutrieve. Key jab. Acott in there with Rice. Dutrieve. This is Acott against Bean, who's got 3 fouls. Over him and scores. Tied again. 59-59.
Both teams battling, going back and forth.
Milner really leaning on Keita. He's fouled. He scores. And he's got a free throw coming.
Right here, you see Keita catch it in the post. He's waiting for that double team. Goes into that sky hook, a la Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. And right here, you see Acott take advantage of his athleticism and length, getting that shot over the top. Keita catches deep. And one. Going to the line.
26 tonight. Remember, 32 on Wednesday. But Utah State didn't win that game. There was not a lot of other scoring for the Aggies, and the Broncos won that game 79-70. He's not a bad free throw shooter. Drops that in. And Craig Smith and the Aggies on top by 3.
You see Coach Smith take him out of the game. He's probably going to go to the bench for a couple minutes, and then he's going to ride it out the last probably 6 minutes of the game to finish it up.
Good time to get him out right before the media timeout, the under 8 timeout. Alston's back in. Broncos have done okay without him, and Alston's fouled. Miller leaning on him.
And right there, you see the versatility of Derek Alston. He goes into the post. He gets fouled posting up. You can use him on the perimeter. You can use him in the post. You can use him anywhere on the court with his versatility.
Armish back in for Boise State. So is Shaver and Rice. Alston against Miller. Those are 2 long dudes. Nice give. Armish through. Fouled at the rim.
It's a great game we're seeing here. Utah State up 3, 62-59.
Utah State up by 3. Remember, they've won 2 consecutive Mountain West tournament championships. And remember, last year, it was the Sam Merrill jumper to beat San Diego State in the final seconds. Such a dramatic moment. Sam Merrill, of course, off to the NBA with the Bucks. And for Craig Smith, you know, a lot of coaches who have faced this team, and I think Smith will admit it as well, Utah State is a much more balanced team. Not that that's better or worse. Much more balanced without Merrill, more weapons, and a healthy Keita.
Yeah, you know, Brock Miller has really stepped up to have a great season for them and give them more than what he gave them last year. But in the last 2 games, we're really starting to see Mish Keita really step up and be that go-to guy with 27 points tonight.
Armish hits a free throw. There's a really nice article in the Idaho Statesman. Rachel Roberts wrote it about Armish and how he turned down a pro deal for the ABA, which sounds great, right? But it was the Adriatic Basketball Association. There was a high school in Little Rock whose coach convinced him to come to the States and play basketball. He went to East Tennessee out of high school and then transferred in here, and he's really becoming a very nice post player.
He's a great post defender.
Anderson, soft left hand hook. That's nice. 64-60 Utah State. 7:27. This has been a fun game, a fun night in the Mountain West. 2 NCAA tournament teams, they feel. Armish, the catch, and he's fouled by Anthony.
You see Anderson right there. Give Acott a little bit of his own medicine, backing him down, taking his time. The double doesn't come. Jump hook with the left hand over the top. It's a soft touch.
Anderson's a nice player. He had more time last year when Keita wasn't healthy, but he's experienced off the bench. Garfield High School in the Seattle area has been one of the great high schools that has produced a lot of college players. And Armish is back at the line. Free throw is good. Yeah, they're tall, right? I mean, Keita at 7 feet tall. We've seen Dorius. Karvowski is 7'2". It's the tallest team in college basketball.
It's so weird though when you watch Mish Keita play. He doesn't move like a 7-footer. He moves like a guard. He moves like a small forward. And so although he's 7 feet, he does not move like a guy that big.
2-point game. Keita's out. Anderson gets in. No whistle and a bucket, and that may be a flop warning, and it is. Acott doesn't like the call. The Broncos and Leon Rice doesn't like the call. And it feels like in college basketball, it's either a charge or a flop warning.
Yeah, I mean, Anderson put his shoulder down. You know, I can see where that could be a charge. The ref saw it another way.
Is it okay? It doesn't have to be an either or. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be either a charge or a flop warning. There's got to be some gray area in there.
Yeah, I saw it. I thought that, you know, Alfonso, he put the shoulder down pretty into his chest pretty hard.
Alston drives and finishes.
So smooth. You just watch the different ways that he scores. This is a big-time basketball player.
16 for Alston. Back to a 2-point game. Anderson likes that left hand. Gets in trouble. Goes with a hook, and he hits it from the baseline, almost from behind the backboard.
And I like the fact that Coach Smith is just going to keep going to him until he misses. That's 3 buckets in a row.
Alston answers. One-point game.
Starting to hear the crowd get involved, Rich.
That's fun to hear that and to feel it. I know there's only 900 of them in here, but everybody in college basketball, players, coaches, broadcasters, miss the fans. Anderson trying to get space. Boy, what a defensive sequence there, and that's a held ball, and the arrow's going Boise State's way. And Abu Kijab with a terrific job defensively.
Yeah, right here with Alston. You want to take away his jump shot, but he's so talented that he could still get to the rim and score. And then you see Alfonso Anderson get hot and hit 3 in a row. And then Mr. Alston answers with a 3. And the bench likes that a lot.
Alston has 19 to lead the Broncos. Keita back in. leads Utah State with 27 and 11 rebounds. Armish, they're not guarding him. Keita obviously sagging in the lane. Ray J. Dennis has hit a couple of big threes tonight. Late in the clock, Alston starts. Alston heaves and misses. Hijab, he didn't hold the ball down and got the timeout. That's a smart play. Had he held the ball and then landed, it's probably a travel, but he caught the ball and sort of released it as he hit the deck, got the timeout, and Boise State will keep the possession 68-67 with 5:06 left. A quick timeout and then back to Boise. Snow in Boise. You expect that this time of year, and a great game here tonight in the Mountain West. Utah State and Boise State playing for NCAA seedings. Playing for seedings in the Mountain West tournament. Two of the top players in the West, Derek Alston Jr. and Neemias Queta, putting on a show here tonight. In a tight game, Boise State down a point with the ball. Abu Kijab has been really good in the second half, and he's short on that. Tipped. Armish kicks. And a fresh possession. Alston driving, got in the lane. He's bumped and fouled. And he's going to go to the line, though I think it's 1-1 and not 2.
That is such a tough matchup for Brock Miller to try to stop Alston.
It is 1-1. You know, look, a lot of people talk about Alston, and they talk about, yeah, he was 148 pounds and he had to walk on. And I think what that does is the physical maturation and development that he's had overshadows the mental maturation and the jump that he's taken in focus and in purpose. And that overshadows what he's done. I think he got a lot of that watching Chandler Hutchinson, who had the same type of development, who's now in the NBA.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough to be the top guy on the scouting report night in and night out, and he's answered the call this season, and he's accepted the challenge.
Yeah, he's embraced that role, and he has really grown up as a player, and not just physically. Blocked. Armish got a hand on both of those shots, and Kijab has the loose ball. Broncos with the ball and a 1-point lead approaching 4 minutes. Armish to Alston.
And that is a big time cut by Derek Alston. Armish does a great job delivering that pass for the two-hand jam.
Utah State could use a bucket here. A foul on Dennis. You gotta like it when the bigs can pass, White King Jones.
Yeah, this is a big time pass, but it's also a great, the way that he moved without the ball is great. Boise up 3 in a tough one.
All-time wins leader at Boise State is Leon Rice. He passed the great Bobby Dye, who was such a terrific coach. This was the record 214. Players love him. And with 2 NCAA tournaments, you know, last year he had the best scout team in all of college basketball. I mean, his scout team had Shaver, Dutrieve, Acott, Armish, half of the year Kijab. He said Max Rice would actually go over on that scout team a little bit. That scout team would have been seeded 4th or 5th in the Mountain West tournament last year, I think. But they're all here now.
And Rich, to your point, that is exactly why they're having the type of season that they're having this year. All those guys are eligible, and all those guys are contributing in a tremendous way this season.
On the other side, Utah State looking for a split. Ashworth with the Aggies down 3. Bean. This is Anthony. Queta trying to get the basketball. He's having a big night tonight. 27 gets in the lane. 1 second, got it off. I think. No, they're going to call that a shot clock violation.
I don't know about that, Rich. I felt like he got it off in time. When you look at the replay.
Well, he missed the shot. Boise State the possession and the lead. You know, Armish quietly is creeping up on a double-double. 9 points, 8 rebounds.
And he's doing a really good job distributing the basketball as well, with 3 assists that have all led to big baskets.
Well, those are 2 guys locked up. The Mountain West has terrific forwards. You think about the 2 in this game, Alston and Bean. You think about Matt Mitchell from San Diego State, David Roddy from Colorado State. That's a premier position in this conference this year.
Bryce Hamilton at UNLV.
Kadick. Ashworth feeds. Kada's fouled. Armish with the reach. That's his 4th.
And with 3 minutes to go, they can't afford for Armish to foul out. He's done a tremendous job tonight from a defensive standpoint, as well as offensive rebounding, and doing a great job of passing the ball as well.
8th team foul. This is 1-1. Kada 63%. Bangs home the first. Remember down the stretch on Wednesday, Boise State, and this is Craig Smith talking, Boise State made the plays. And he gave them credit for making big plays. The steal by Shaver, the 3 by Rice, Dennis's late 3s. Rebound, Bean, Miller, missed it. Another rebound, Anthony, Kada, ball fake, dunk, and Utah State. Just like that.
And those are the plays right there that it keeps Coach Rice up at night. When you give up an offensive rebound on a free throw again, that leads to a dunk.
71-71, 2.5 left. Alston around a screen. He's doubled. Kick. Dennis. Ray J's in deep. Alston. Armish steps through. Left hand. Oh, goodness. The skills of that guy. He's got 11 to go with 8 rebounds. Anthony is fouled. Alston with the reach. 2nd on Alston.
You're right here on the roll. You see Armish kind of wasn't expecting, and he knew he had to get that up with that left hand, or else Kada would have blocked it. And to finish over the 7-footer with the left hand with touch is very impressive.
Boy, that academy coach who went and recruited him, Armish from Serbia, knew what he was doing.
Yeah, no, I've seen his development over the course of the season. In the beginning of the season, he was more of just a defender, not much of a scorer, but as of late, he's been doing a really good job getting buckets as well.
Anthony missed his first. Nails his second. 1-point game, 2 minutes left. Boise State's looking for a sweep. A late surge gave them a win on Wednesday. Utah State's looking for a split and a quad 1 win here. Boise State has to go play San Diego State twice next week. Dennis around a screen. Armish muscles it up and in. Goodness, over Kada. Three-point game. Kada begging for the ball. Double comes. Bean lost it. Out of bounds. That is a foul on Anthony, and that's not good news there. That's Abu Kijab, who is down and holding his left knee, but now up on his feet, and that's good to see.
It is very good to see. It's just a ding, hopefully.
Let's see if he just banged it. Yeah, it looked like that. Anthony came in How about Mladen Armish?
If Boise State can get this win tonight, he's got to go home with the team ball. You see right here, I mean, in traffic against two great defenders, finishes with the left hand with touch. Very impressive.
Key jab, 1-1. Boise State on Wednesday was terrific from the line. They were 15 of 17. That's one of the big differences in the game. And they're having a good night at the line tonight.
And right there you see key jab with 14 points in the second half alone. He really came out of the locker room ready to play, ready to help them get a win.
Broncos 12 of 14 from the line tonight. The lead is 5. Utah State needs a bucket. Anthony misses. Bean couldn't extract the rebound. A minute left. And a foul on Ashworth. Dennis goes to the line. A reminder of how important this game is. Boise State won on Wednesday to put themselves atop the conference. If they can beat Utah State here, they still have to go down to San Diego State for 2 next week. And that's not an easy place to get wins.
That is not an easy place. You know, if they can get this win, if they can go to San Diego State and get a split, they're going to be in really good position to continue their run to the NCAA.
And remember this about Utah State. They're home, but they're playing Nevada, who is a rapidly improving team who can beat you on any night in this conference.
Absolutely.
Especially with their guards if they get hot. This is a 6-point lead. A minute left. Ashworth. Miller, a 3. Oh, that's a big shot.
Huge shot.
He is such a clutch 3-point shooter. When they need it the most, he's at his best. And he buries that 3 and cuts the lead in half.
That's a huge 3 that makes this a 1-possession game. Now they have to go back down on the other end and try to get a stop.
And of course, you know that others in the Mountain West are paying interest in this one. San Diego State certainly, Colorado State certainly.
Oh, this game has so many important ramifications as far as how this league is going to finish up. If I'm Coach Smith, maybe I come out in the zone, maybe I come out in a 1-3-1, something to disrupt what Boise State is drawing up, what Coach Rice is drawing up right now, expecting them to come out in a man-to-man.
You see Craig Smith there, something to remember. Look at the Utah State on the score bar there and look below it. No timeouts left for Utah State. Neemias Queta's had quite a night. He's got 30 tonight to go with 11 rebounds. He had 32 on Wednesday.
He's having a great weekend. He wants to finish this game with a win, though.
And that's the thing. He had 32 Wednesday. He's got 30 tonight. They didn't win on Wednesday, and they're down with 46 seconds left here tonight.
It'll be interesting to see what defense.
Well, if you're looking for somebody,
Utah State is in.
If you're looking for somebody to foul down the stretch, Armish is of the 5 on the floor, is the worst of the free throw shooters. I'd be surprised if he touches it a lot. Alston is terrific from the line, 85%. But obviously, Utah State's going to defend the possession. Shaver. Driving, Shaver, rising. No! Bean has the rebound. Utah State has a shot here. Down 3. Anthony pushes. Miller in the corner. Thought about a 3. Around the screen. Kickback. Ashworth. 3 on the way. No! Rebound to Armish. Key jab is fouled. 11 seconds left.
Ashworth with a pretty good look. And who do you see come up with that rebound? Armish, and he did a great job of getting rid of it right away, knowing that he was going to be the one to get fouled.
Boise State did a nice job of finding Brock Miller and denying him that three.
Kijab can make it a 2-possession game here.
He shoots 2.
Huge second half for Kijab.
14 of 17 are the Broncos from the line. And Kijab is a perfect 5 of 5. And a timeout. Leon Rice burns a timeout. 11 seconds left. Boise State by 5.
If I'm Coach Rice, I'm going to pick them up full court and try to make them burn as much clock as I can to finish this up before they get a look at the rim. Once Utah State gets into front court, how do you defend that? Do you just, I think
you don't want to foul, obviously.
No, you don't want to foul. He's probably going to put a lineup out there that can switch 1 through 5. Lineup that they've used before with Acott at the 5. Probably take Armish out of the game and just look to switch 1 through 5.
And if you're Utah State, do you hunt the 3 right away? If you get a lane, do you drive and take the 2? What do you do?
I think you try to you look for the 3. Just to cut it to 2, but more than likely they'll probably look to get Keita a bucket right away and then look to foul right away.
Terrific nights for Boise State up and down. Armish is a rebound shy of a double-double, and Derek Alston at 23 points. Again, another super night from him. He is certainly a Player of the Year candidate in the Mountain West.
Yeah, I mean, at times in this game, you felt like he was having an off night, and then all of a sudden you look up and he's still got 23 points. Yeah, like I said, Boise's gonna pick up full court, try to make Utah State use as much clock as possible, and Utah's probably gonna go to Brock Miller and try to get him open for a look.
Up ahead to Keita, looking for 3-point shooters. Ashworth dumps to Keita. Shulga lays it up, but with 2 seconds left, it's over. Almost 1 second left, and Ray J. Dennis is going to go to the line and shoot 2 free throws. If he makes 1, then you're pretty much in business if you're Boise State. And this is huge for Boise State to beat Utah State twice.
And to go undefeated at home, 11-0 at home, is very impressive.
Yeah, he missed there. Remember, no timeout for Utah State. So if it's a miss, it's a rebound and a heave. He got it. 4-point lead. Big time win. Boise State sweeps Utah State on Wednesday night and tonight. Derek Alston, Mladen Armish, Abu Kijab. This was a fun night, partner, and I think it's what we're going to see the next 2 weeks in the Mountain West, especially in the tournament.
Yeah, we expected a great game, and we got a great game from these two programs. Really, really deep and talented and very well coached.
And Amish Keita leaves. You saw Leon Rice catch Keita before he left. 30 points, 11 rebounds for Keita. And here's the updated standings. Boise State at 14-3. Remember, though, they go to San Diego State for 2 next week. Utah State will try to get well at home against Nevada. But this sweep feels awful good for the Broncos. For Wyking Jones, our entire FS1 crew, I'm Rich Waltz. Boise State sweeps. Big night in the Mountain West for the Broncos. Good night from Boise.